Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring to you yet another video showcasing just exactly how based South Koreans are. And you know what? I made a video prior about South Koreans responding to the whole controversy in the West about Stellar Blade and how they essentially roasted what you would call modern gamers, right? Or gaming journalists or anybody who's complaining that Eve is not realistic. Well, apparently South Korea doesn't have the same idea, and I wonder why that is. We have another video here from Maxim Korea, which is the same exact news outlet that made a video about Stellar Blade prior. Now they just responded to more outrage and more backlash about Stellar Blade, and what do you think happened? They completely roasted them. So let's get into this video reaction, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, for all you guys out there who love to make fun of Western gamers and Western game developers and Western game urinalists and all these people that tried to say that women like what you're seeing on the screen is not real and doesn't exist and is not based in reality, well, it seems like all of these women would like to disagree with them. So let's get into this and see what they say.
섹시한 건 다 아는 프리섹서입니다.
인생 여러분 생각보다 짧습니다.
아 이거 너무 아슬아슬한데 소위 그 배드신 할 때도 이렇게 긴장 안 했었거든요.
Hopefully I don't get banned off YouTube from this video.
아니 미스 맥심은 어쩐 일로 나오신 겁니까?
사고 한번 쳐보자.
So you saw a little bit of an opening of many unrealistic women, right? Like this is if this video was witnessed by someone like Alyssa Mercante, I think she would probably have an aneurysm. They would just lose their mind.
맥심 뉴스 시작합니다. 오늘 뉴스는 저 미스 맥심 이연우가 전해드립니다. 지난주 다음 중 현실적인 몸매는
So in the subtitles, you're going to see last week we delivered Maxim News with the title, Who Has the Most Realistic Body? Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, it's kind of a rhetorical question kind of title because they were essentially making fun of the West and what the West views as realistic women and realistic bodies. It's very clear from the women here at Maxim Korea that they believe that Eve is 100% realistic, and that's because she is. She's based off of a real model. She's based off of a real person, and she is very clearly looking just like a lot of these women who are very much real.
는 누구일까요? 라는 제목으로 맥심 뉴스를 전해드렸는데요. 어머나, 세상에 전 세계에 정말 많은 분들께서
So she acknowledges that a lot of people around the world have seen this news and have left comments. And that's because, again, it has been nonstop insanity regarding Stellar Blade. And it's not going to stop. The game's going to come out and it's still going to be just lightning fire on Twitter. And the activists are going to be melting down because they're simply not happy over the discussion that's going on right now.
이 소식을 보고 댓글을 남겨주셨습니다. 서구권을 비롯해 전
They even reference Asmongold. If you look here, it says many gamers from the Western world and globally thanking Maxim Korea, saying things like, who's the Maxim news reporter? Thank you, Maxim Korea. Definitely buying Stellar Blade. So even the South Koreans understand and acknowledge that there's people here in the West that don't think like this. But here's my biggest issue with this, okay? These activists online right now that are from our country, they are a very bad look for us. The reason why is because you're going to start having, and this is already happening, you're going to start having Japan, you're going to start having Korea, you're going to start having these other places truly believe that the majority of the US wants these ugly ass bitches in our gaming. Like we want to see ugly characters, we want to see identity politics. They're going to genuinely start believing that, and I'm glad that these people here at Maxim Korea are able to distinguish the two and realize that, hey, we're not all like this, okay? Most of us aren't like this. We just have very loud activists on Twitter that are trying to pretend as if Stellar Blade and Eve from Stellar Blade is like the worst thing in the world.
세계의 많은 게이머분들이 맥심 뉴스 기자 누구냐? 맥심 코리아에게 고맙다. 스텔라 블레이드 꼭 살 거다. 등 수많은 댓글을 남겨주셨는데요. 특히 미국의 유명 트위치
They say, especially we laughed a lot at the video posted by Asmongold, a famous Twitch streamer and YouTuber from the USA. And that's the one where Asmongold was essentially reacting to the whole drama and just making fun of all of it.
스트리머이자 유튜버이신 아스몬골드님께서 올린 영상을 보고 저희도 많이 웃었답니다.
Oh my God, so they must have seen this video. You guys remember I reacted to this terrible terrible, obvious, biased video of these ugly ass women from the US in Central Park. Like, they look at these women. Look at what we have to deal with here in the West, and look at what South Korea gets because they have an understanding of femininity over there. Like, look at the fucking difference and tell me what's more realistic and what's not. You have to try this hard to look this ugly. Let's be real. Just as you have to try this hard to look this beautiful, you have to try this hard to look like a fucking creature that came out of Lord of the Rings. There's no way that you could be this ugly from birth. I just refuse to believe that. I honestly do.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. We'll continue to bring you the hottest news in the world. Love you! 한국 속담에 물 들어올 때 노 저어라 라는
So they say, row your boat when the water comes in. It's a saying from Korea. And essentially what they're trying to say is there's a lot of attention and eyes on Maxim Korea right now. And they're going to make sure they maximize that attention by pushing out what I guess the West deems as unrealistic body types. They call them Miss Maxim models. And they want to make sure that the world sees and understands that this is 100% realistic. They even go into an entire breakdown in this video. And again, guys, I'm going to link it down below if you want to watch it for, research purposes. There is a entire breakdown of multiple different Maxim models, okay? And they give entire backstories about how a lot of them are gamers, a lot of them are actually creators, they're artists, they're developers, some of them, like, they are going into this whole backstory. And yet, even though these women are all these things, they don't have to give up their femininity in order to be those things. They don't have to give up their actual womanhood in order to be those things. Look, this woman's a DJ, okay, which is pretty masculine. This woman's a DJ, and even she is a Maxim model as well. This woman is an artist here, drawing, anime and whatnot. Is very clear that they have the ability to be more than just good looks. But the West would have you believe that that's not the case with women like this. The West would have you believe that it's impossible for that to be real. And they would try to pitch it to you as something called unrealistic. It is really ridiculous. Look at this. I'm going to play this clip really quick. Watch this.
4선 끝에 화성을 국회의원이 되었네요. 축하드립니다. 다음은 대통령 편 때 처음으로 맥심과 인연을 맺고 맥심의 필진으로 정치와 운동에 관한 칼럼을 쓴 자칭 헬스부장 국민의힘의 김재섭님.
They even have time in a Maxim Korea video to highlight a male who put in a lot of work and just got promoted and just got elected a member of National Assembly. So, I mean, it goes to show that this is not a man-hating edition of whatever the case may be. Like, it's very clear that the mindsets are very different between the two places. And it makes me kind of sad when you think about it because, look, like I said before earlier in the video, this is what we have to deal with when it comes to American women. I mean, you guys already know this video that we saw prior where I reacted to it, and it goes to show, like, this is pretty damn sad that we have to deal with these women that look like fucking creatures, and they try to claim that women like this look unrealistic. I think it's really insulting to these women in Korea, South Korea, that are being told that they are not realistic, body types or whatnot. I think it's ridiculous because we've seen so many examples that all of these women are very much realistic, and Eve from Stellar Blade is extremely realistic. The only difference is that when you say it's not realistic, it just screams of not only envy, but also laziness. It's very clear. You don't want to work as hard to look like this, to come anywhere close to looking like this, and you're trying to blame it on these women, and I think it's pretty damn sad. So shout out to South Korea with another based video talking about Stellar Blade, and I cannot wait for the game to be released. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.